Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to my very first video tutorial on how to make a mod for Resident Evil 2 remake. Specifically, I'm going to show you how you can import a custom body model for Leon and replace one of the DLC costume. So let's get right into it. Before we start, we need to take a look at what we need for this project, and I have to say that we're gonna need a bunch of tools, so be prepared for that. In terms of commercial software, we are gonna need Adobe Photoshop, and we are gonna need 3D Studio Max. Now, these are not free, but I believe you can download an old version of Photoshop for free. I believe, I don't remember which one. I think like CS2 maybe was free, and 3D Studio Max, you can actually download it from the Autodesk website, and you can use it for free for 30 days. So you don't have to buy it just for this project. You can use it for free. It's fully functional for 30 days, so you can just install it. Now, I have 3ds Max 2014, and instead of a more recent version, I will explain that why later. And for Adobe Photoshop, I think any version should be okay. I'm not sure. Mine is CC 2014 as well, but even more recent versions should be fine. This here is a hex editor. It's free. If you search hex editor on Google, this is the first that pops up. Then we are gonna need a bunch of other tools, and this is a full list of what we need. I'm gonna put all the download links in the description, by the way, so you can go and check everything. So let's start from the top here. So it says Intel Texture Work. So this one is, actually I'm gonna show you right here. Intel Texture Works for plugin for Photoshop. So this is a DDS format plugin that you will need when you're gonna start editing the texture. So just go to this link. Again, it's in the description below. Click on download plugin, and you can download the zip here, and it tells you here exactly how to install it. It's pretty straightforward. Then we are gonna need this tool. It's called Noesis, which is this guy right here. So Noesis is a model viewer that can import and export many 3D format, which are often used for modern games. So this is a great little tool to have. And for Noesis also, you're gonna need the Resident Evil 2 texture plugin, which is, let's see here. I'm gonna put this link in the description as well, this texture plugin, and you're gonna put it, if you go into your Noesis folder, there's a plugin directory, Python, and it's this guy right here. So you're gonna need this one. Next, you're gonna need Quick BMS. Quick BMS is this software here. Again, I'm gonna put this link below. This is a tool that is needed to extract the compressed file from the game, and from here you're gonna download the software, but you're also gonna need these two files, RE2 pack name release.list and RE2 pack unpack2 BMS. So these two files here, you can find them right here. So this here and this here. I'm gonna put this link again in the description below. Just put them all in the folder with the Quick BMS, and you should be fine. I'm gonna show you how to use it in a minute. Then this is optional. We'll talk about that later. Now this is the real deal. This is the most important thing that you're gonna need. It's so there's this guy right here called Maliway777, and it's thanks to him that we can modify the models in the game. So looks like he's Chinese, I think, and he made this script for 3D Studio Max. So that's why you're gonna need 3D Studio Max. Currently this tool is only available for 3D Studio Max. Would be great if someone who can write scripts, if they can port this tool to Blender or Maya and other 3D packaging, that would be amazing. But currently, as today, this is only available for 3D Studio Max. Now this is the download link, but it's a little bit of an hassle to download it from here because you need to register to some Chinese website. So for convenience, I think someone, there you go, I'm gonna put this link as well. This user here put the file right here on Mediafire, which is much easier to download. And once you have it, you're going to find this stuff here. Here's the Max script, and I'm gonna show you what you have to do to make it work in a second. Then this is another, this and these two here are optional. We'll talk about that later. And that should be pretty much it. These are just the same I talked about before. Should be fine. So this is the hex editor I use, which is right here, and we are ready to go. So this page here is a full list of the codes used by the game for every item, every character, everything that you're gonna need. So we are gonna need to know which DLC are we going to modify. So I think in this example we are going to modify the Arclay Sheriff Leon, which is this guy right here. So this list is very important. I'm gonna link also that in the description. And that should be it, and we can start with the modding. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is to configure the script for Resident Evil 2 mesh importer that Maliway777 created. So if we open his script folder, which is right here, there are 3 files. Actually, we're only gonna need 2 of these. We're gonna need this one and this one. You can copy these wherever you want. You can even leave them in here. The important thing is that you edit this .ms file to include the location of this DLL. So you can use whatever you want. I'm gonna use Notepad++. You can just use Notepad, should be fine. If you open this, you can see here this is some location that I have, and that's because that's where I copied my script. But you can put it whatever location you put your DLL file. You just copy the path in here, you overwrite this, save the file, and you're good to go. So that's literally the only thing you need to do. As a first step, we need to go to our Resident Evil 2 Steam folder. I have a convenient link here, which is in Program File x86 Steam Apps Common Resident Evil 2 Biohazard RE2. So navigate to this folder, and this is what you should have if you have at least the deluxe version of the game, because these folders right here, these are the DLC costumes, and if you don't have these, then you're out of luck. So each one of these folders correspond to a DLC costume, and to know exactly which one do we need, again, the link that I showed you before this one tells you exactly where everything is. So we can see that the Arclay Sheriff Leon, it's inside this folder. So it's 920560, which is this folder here. If we double click, there is this pack file, and it's inside here. That's everything we need. So we need to extract this. The way we do it, we go to our Quick BMS folder, and remember, Quick BMS, you must have also these two, the pack names and the BMS, so the list and the BMS file that are found at this page right here. Okay, the way you copy these into the same folder and BMS, and the way you use it, you click on this BMS file and you drag it over this exit that says 4 gigs, Quick BMS 4 gigs. Don't drag it here, but this one, 4 gigs. Okay, and this will pop up asking you what do you want to extract. So now if we go to our Resident Evil 2 folder, the folder was this one, so double click here, select this pack, open, and now it says where do you want to save it. For now, just keep the same and click save, and in here is extracting everything. So already done it, press enter to close, done. So if we go back, now in this folder there's a bunch of stuff. So this is the original pack files. There are these two files here which are not needed actually, and there is this folder natives that has a bunch of stuff in it. So we're gonna go through this one at a time. Every time we need to do something, there's no need at this point to go and check everything, but just make sure that you have everything extracted correctly. Now we're gonna click on natives, we're gonna cut it, so Control X, and go back to the root and paste it in here. So we get this natives folder, and this original folder here, we're just gonna rename it like just put underscore. You can also delete it or move it somewhere else, it doesn't matter, as long as the name doesn't remain the same. The game is not gonna read it from here, but it's gonna read it from here. You can do a test if you want. If you launch the game and if you don't have any error, you should be good to go, but that's fine. So inside here there's everything the games need to work correctly. So why did we extract that? Well, if we click on natives x64 and we go to section root, character, player, PL0000, PL0005. Okay, so inside here, these are the textures and models of the Arclay Sheriff costume. It's everything in here. In particular, this one is the model, and these text.10 files are the textures. Now you cannot open these normally. You're gonna need the tools here, and I'm gonna show you exactly what you need. But first, let's import our character here in 3D Studio Max using the script. In 3D Studio Max,